You are listening to I Hate Average podcast featuring Jay from the Bronx.
All right, we're back once again. Another week, another episode. Thank you for last week, by the way. Let's Go web series episode. Got a lot of great feedback. Thank you, C Class, for your time. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the love. For everybody in the emails. You guys got a rate and review on iTunes, though. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I thank you for clicking the likes. I thank you for listening. But, a little feedback kind of did push me up there in the Apple algorithm. But anyway, today we got a great guest, Miss ThuggaDoll. She's coming from Brooklyn. She's a dancer, bartender, you name it. If it's in the nightlife, she does it. She's been promoting a lot of parties around the city. So I felt, why not try to on her come up? Let's talk to her now and see where her head is at, and we'll see where her career goes in the next couple of months to a year. Very, very outspoken. She was open. She didn't have to take out the time. Yeah, she was actually, I caught her in between things, so she was busy, but she took time to have a quick convo and hit up our show, and I appreciate her for that. Great, cool insight. Just got into some tips on how to get involved. If people are interested in getting involved in the nightlife, some tips. What to look forward to. What's a typical day. I had to bother her because she's 4'11". I thought that was kind of cool, and someone that has such a demanding job, and is so around people, but she's only 4'11" and she's making these moves and in the nightlife. Thought that was a little different, but yeah, man. ThuggaDoll episode. Next week we're gonna take a little break because it's the Labor Day holiday, so we want to give people a chance to take a break, enjoy with their families. We'll be right back at it the week after. But thank you so much. This has been a great summer. Y'all been rocking with me all summer. This is my first summer doing this show, and the last 8 weeks we've been doing this back to back to back to back to back, and it's been great. It's been a cool ride. I didn't know what to expect when I first started, and so far I like the direction of the show. I like the feedback. I like where we're going. We got, the stuff that I've been exposed to within the last, I want to say, 2 weeks, is the show is gonna be bigger and better. I'm very excited about where we're gonna go coming back from the Labor Day weekend. Watch out for so much stuff. Check out the website. That's where you really want to watch out for what's gonna be going on. Also, I think this is gonna be the last episode I'm gonna put on SoundCloud. I think I want to kind of push the website more, so the episodes are gonna be mostly on iTunes. So of course, if you're listening now, you're probably on iTunes. So it's going to be on iTunes and also the website averagej.com. Just to get people, I've been writing some things. I'm going to be putting up more videos. I'm going to be writing, I think, within, I don't know exactly when it's going to be out, but I got an ebook that I just finished writing, and I want to say that it should be out at the end of October, so look out for that. Also, before I get into the interview, this weekend I'm teaming up, partnering with my dad's church, the Lighthouse Church in Queens, Astoria, Queens. We're going to be doing a book bag drive. Going to be giving some tips. I'm actually going to do a little bit of speaking and trying to motivate some of the students that go to the church. So it's going to be fun. Check it out from 4 to 6. The address is 1216 Astoria Boulevard in Queens, Astoria, Queens. So Lighthouse Church. I look forward to hanging out and trying to motivate the students for the upcoming school year. It should be fun. So actually it's my first speaking gig, so I'm excited about that. But anyway, so thank you so much, guys, for this summer. It's been a great summer. It's a great start, and it's going to get bigger and better. So after that, here's my interview with Miss ThuggaDoll. All right, everyone. I got Miss ThuggaDoll here from Brooklyn. You might have seen her. She's a model.
dancer. She's been hosting parties all over the city. How you doing, Ms. ThuggaDoll?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it. So,
No problem.
So tell me your story. How did you get started with the entertainment business?
Well, honestly, as a kid growing up, I've always danced. I've always done, ballet, point, things like that. And coming with those kind of things, you learn to be a little how do you call it? Flexible, you know what I mean? And I don't know, I don't know. One of my friends, they asked me to do a video one day for them, and it actually was taking place in a club. And from the actual video club owner, he asked me, he was like, have you ever danced before, things like that. And it wasn't nothing that I was ever against or anything like that. It was just something that I never took the time to do. And he's like, listen, I'll give you a free house fee. I'll give you a free house fee, outfit and everything. Just come and dance. Like, you got the talent to do it, And I did, and after that, there was no looking back, to be honest. To be honest. That's what the dancing, though. That's what the dancing, though, because when you start dancing, it's like you really don't stay dancing. You don't stay dancing. That's where all the hosting, the bottle service, and hookah and everything else come from.
Okay, so you was dancing first, and then you started getting called to do other things.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So I seen it in your Instagram. Are you really 4'11"?
I am really 4'11". I am really 4'11".
So are you, like, usually when you do clubs or whatever, are you usually like the shortest one there?
I'm not the shortest one there. You know why? Because my heels my heels bring me up in the world. So I look normal in the club. I really look normal.
Okay. So what is like the best part, like on a regular night? Like, what's your favorite part of doing the nightlife?
Okay. I mean, of course, it would be the end of the night. My count up, the money is always awesome. But other than that, it's just like getting to meet new people and new experiences. You know what I mean? Like, everybody comes to you and they have an opportunity. You know what I mean? But you get to meet a lot of people, whether it be a bad thing or a good thing. It's always lesson learned. So just opportunities and doors open. So like, I'm all with the networking. You know what I mean? Just to see different things, and with different people come different opportunities. So like, however way you deal with the situation, you'll be open to new things, So I guess It's like meeting new people and traveling, because that's been one of the things that's come up a lot. Like I've traveled a lot since since I've been in the nightlife. I traveled a lot, and I met a lot of good people, and I saw a lot of things I never really saw before.
Okay, that's great. So you're gaining a lot of experience. Maybe one day in a couple of years you can write a book about it. So what are some of the things that, like, if someone is interested in starting in the nightlife, what are some tips, what some advice you would give them, some of the do's and don'ts of getting started with the nightlife?
First thing I would say is if you're not about that life, just don't do it. If you're not about that life, just don't do it. I would say one thing as not even a do or a don't before I even get into that. It's more of a warning, like, just be prepared. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of things to come of it, whether it be bad or good. You know what I mean? Everything is anything that you allow, really. And to be honest, as far as the do's, I would say do network with people and do make the right choices. You know what I mean? You have to like, really put your brain to use when it comes to the nightlife, because you'll get fooled. Either you'll get fooled, you'll get played. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
definitely.
And as far as your don'ts, I think that's a little bit more specific. My don'ts are a little bit more specific as to if you are like already in the nightlife. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I wouldn't say there's no holds to it, to be honest, because when you getting money, you got to get it by any means or any way. So there's really no
you with it or you're not.
Yeah, it's either you with it or you're not. And some girls are with certain things, some girls are not. I just feel like whatever you with, you gotta stand with it. You gotta stick with it. You know what I mean? And do it to the best of your ability.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so I guess me personally, I've never been in like the female locker room. So is it usually beef with other entertainers? Do y'all usually have beef, or are they usually cool with each other?
Depending, like I literally believe it depends on your status in the nightlife, because there is statuses in the nightlife. People don't like to believe it, but it is. A lot of girls that you see in the locker room, if you're in the nightlife heavy, they're probably not girls that they're not familiar. Like you're very familiar with them because you'll see them a lot. You know what I mean? It's not that many clubs, so the girls are like all over. You know what I mean? And I mean, for me personally, there's never really no beef, because I'm not worried about no girl in a club. I'm worried about my money. That's really it, you know. But other than that, the locker room is what they call mixy. You got girls side eyeing you. For real, you got girls side eyeing you. You got girls naked. You got girls eating. You got girls stretching. You know, and you know sometimes some girls are like friends with whoever. Like it's clicked up. That it is clicked up. Because some girls have partners. Huh?
I guess it's like any other job that people got clicked.
Yeah, it's really like a big high school gym, to be honest, with naked girls, for real.
So usually, all right. So the girls, they usually don't really mix with each other. Yeah, just about your money. So how about guys? How do guys treat you in that life? Is it hard dating guys, or do you gotta if you meet a guy, do you gotta tell him like right away what you do?
Well, that depends. Like, it depends. Statistics have shown that a lot of the guys that you meet either come from social media or actual in the literal club. If there's guys that you actually meet on social media, whether because we do promos and things like that just to get the people to come out, whether it be that. I say for the guys on social media, they already know. You know what I mean? They already know, and that's probably, it's sad to say, but what them attracted to you in the first place,
That's
and
true.
from then on, it's probably whether you respect it or you don't, you know what I mean? And then it depends on whatever the personal female limits are within the nightlife.
Of course.
So, and I believe that it probably goes for both, whether you're in the street or I'm meeting you on social media. And I feel like it's not something that can't be said. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you can't say it to nobody, then you really shouldn't be doing it, because that means that you're ashamed of it,
Of course, yeah. Sure. Makes sense. So, also, I've seen that you've been getting into modeling. Can you talk more about that? What got you started into doing modeling, and what can we look forward to with that?
Well, with the modeling, I got started with the modeling where I noticed that when I started dancing, like, I wanted to promote myself more, and then I hate to sound cocky, but when you have talent, you can't be, like, in the shadows, because a lot of people who have a way for you, no, for real, a lot of people that have a way for you, they're not going to let you be in the shadows. You know what I mean? They're going to do anything possible to show you off. So for me, I just felt like, you know what, let me sacrifice the money to book myself a photo shoot, you know what I mean, to put professional pictures out there to promote myself more. And after that, after the promotion of the first photo shoot, it just, I don't know, the pictures were a big hit, I guess, Pictures were a big hit, and it turned around to where people started actually buying my photo shoots to use them for their flyers. And now, like, whenever they, like, if they go online to, I don't remember the actual website, but they go online and, like, they can just use it for, like, a theme for their party. You know what I mean? And it's good, because every time somebody actually uses that picture, I get paid for it. And it doesn't matter if that picture is 40 years. Yeah, that picture is 40 years old now. I'm still getting money. Like, it doesn't matter, So the modeling, I don't know. I guess it's just a different way for me to express myself. Now I see certain scenery, and I'm just like, I want to do it, And I get a lot of opportunities from photographers that just, like, see my style and, like, what they say is swag, you know what I mean? And they just want to do that and combine it with some of their ideas, and it comes out dope, And it's a good promotion for you, good promotion for them.
Okay, I feel you. All right, let me ask, I guess, a personal question. So about you having talent, what are some of the things like clients or people that come to the club to see you specifically? Like, what is, like, one of your main talents? What are they coming specifically to see?
Okay. When you hear ThuggaDoll, people first think, oh, that is twerk princess, and this is the exact words and sentence they say. They goes, yo, she goes dumb on the pole. I don't know exactly. I mean, I know exactly what they mean by that, but that is like what people say. Yo, she goes dumb on a pole. But for me, I would say it's the twerking. Like people are just like, yo, like, she's not gonna twerk for me, and I'm like, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm in nobody's club. So that's what it is. People know me for like my pole work and my twerking.
Okay. So, what are some of the things like in the future you see yourself doing? How far you want to take this?
Well, within the nightlife, I've kind of branded myself. I started doing bottles, and I started this kind of like trademark where it's like bottles by Thugga. You know what I mean? Like people book me to actually do their bottles because like nobody does bottle service the way I do it. You know what I mean? And that includes that's just me as it's a personality thing because along with me serving your bottles with the sparkling, with the outfits, you know what I mean? I'm guaranteed, and people know me. That's a twerk princess. Oh, she about to bring our bottles out, and we about to get and we about to twerk. You know what I mean? And I just started making my own logos and things like that. So when people book me, it's like they get to put on their flyers. We got bottles by Thugga, you know what I mean? And it's different because I can incorporate myself in another form of a talent, you know what I mean? So I'm just trying to brand that. I started some logos and things like that, and I actually got a couple girls that I work with that were just friends, you know what I mean? And in the nick of time, they just wanted to get down with the team. So that's where the Thugga Squad comes in. So you could definitely look forward to that. Bottle girls, hookahs, dancers, vixens, models, anything you need, they down with the Thugga Squad.
Oh, that sounds cool. Definitely, maybe one of our events you may have to get y'all to come down and and showcase.
Yes.
So, what else can I ask you? I don't want to ask nothing too personal, but like the dating scene, how does that work with your career? Like, is that easier or is it more difficult?
Well, let's not forget I'm only 21, so I don't use my personal life and my nightlife and my work life. Let me say that doesn't really conflict or confine with each other. I would just say that you got to be careful who you give time to, and that's within any situation. And I'll just say that it doesn't really affect it. It doesn't really affect it. I would just say if you're not going to respect it, then that means you don't respect me. You understand what I'm saying? So, and it's not like people look at it and they got different opinions about it, so you can't be. I just feel like you can't be judgmental because I'm sure there's some things that you do and I wouldn't agree with.
Of course, that's true. And also,
how could you get mad at me? It's involving money. Don't be mad.
Of course, that's true. Makes a lot of sense. Is it all right? Like when you do finally get a guy and then you're about to do your thing, is it pressure? Do you feel that like, because of you're an entertainer, you got pressure that you really got to show out?
Do you really gotta show you? You know what? Let me say this. You know how people be like, they'll see you in the club and they see you dancing, splitting, twerking, or whatever, and they be like, she can't do that on a date. And I'll be like, you know what? That's crazy. You can't say that because you can't underestimate people. I guess it depends on who you laying down with. If you know that person be popping shit about your talent, you better give it to them crazy. You better be doing all kinds of shit. You better be doing all kinds of tricks. You got something to prove. Other than that, nah, just do you.
Definitely. Okay. Makes sense. ThuggaDoll, I appreciate your time. I don't want to hold you up because I know it's getting late. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for doing this podcast.
No problem.
Can you tell people how they can reach out to you?
Yes, you can add me on Instagram at _ThuggaDoll, all capital letters. You can add me on Facebook at Princess Lacey Lee.
All right. Thank you so much. You have a good night.
You too, honey.
All right, there you have it, people. That was my interview with ThuggaDoll. Great energy. I appreciated her time, her honesty, her openness. She's very self-aware, and I appreciated that about her because, people have, I guess, misconceptions about women who work in the nightlife, and she knows exactly who she is. She knows exactly what she wants to do. Very ambitious, which means that she's probably going to most likely be successful. That's the formula for success. So I appreciated her time. She didn't have to do this show, but she's on the rise. She's on the come up, and we got her in the middle of her grind, and I appreciated that. Guys, thanks again for this summer. This has been a great summer with this show, man. I'm doing more than I thought I would do. 10, 11 weeks ago when I first started doing this podcast, had a whim. I said, you know what, let me do this. I think I could do this, and I've been interviewing people who I have never spoke to before, and it's just going in directions where I never thought it would go, and I think it's gonna be bigger and better. I got a lot of ideas of what I want to do, and I think that they're gonna work out. So, of course, next week there's no show. The Monday after, we'll be back at it at 8 p.m. on iTunes and averagej.com, averagejay.com. Also, follow me on all of my social media. I hate average Jay. I hate average Jay. Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, all of that. Y'all could follow me. Also, get on my Facebook page, I Hate Average Podcast. Like it. We're gonna have updates, videos, different things that you could check out. Thanks again, people. I really, really appreciate it. This has been a great summer. It's been a lot of fun doing this show, and I'll talk to you guys in 2 weeks.